Today, we're interviewing Cynthia Carr, who's one of the 2024 recipients of the TAG Research and Action Award. You are the author of 5 amazing books.
Right,
so this is On Edge, your first book.
This is a collection of pieces I wrote mostly for the Village Voice, though there are a few other publications in here, and they're about performance art. And from everyone from Annie Sprinkle to Chris Burden to Holly Hughes, all the people who were on edge at that point, and I wrote about them.
It's a great mini history of the culture in the East Village at the time too, and then you did a giant leap backwards into the horrors of the 20th century in your book, Our Town.
Yeah, this book, Our Town, is about a lynching that happened in my father's hometown in Marion, Indiana, August 7th, 1930. And I went back there. I'd spent a lot of time there as a girl, and I went back to try to figure out who did it and what the impact of it was. And
then the book of yours that I first read was your biography of David Wojnarowicz.
Yes. This is the biography of David Wojnarowicz, who is a writer, an artist, an activist, and part of the East Village scene. And it was, a very important thing for me to write. It's also about the culture wars and about the AIDS crisis. So all of that is in here. I
was in a drawing group before I joined ACT UP New York, and one of the people that was in the group was Hugh Steers, who is another artist who died of AIDS that you also wrote about.
Yes. This has a biographical essay that I wrote about Hugh Steers, who was a really wonderful painter, and from a sort of wealthy family, but lived in the East Village, and he did a lot of work about being a gay man and being a person with AIDS.
Most recently, and another amazing biography you wrote of the pioneering trans star, Candy Darling.
Candy Darling, who was transgender back in the 60s and 70s, when that was even harder than it is today. She was a Warhol superstar, made a couple of Warhol films, did a lot of theater, and and died quite young. But it's, I think, an important look at that world.
One thing that I feel like runs through everything you've done is this willingness to confront very dark, violent, and sort of hate-filled parts of America. So how do you keep the courage and energy to go back to this really difficult material and bring it back to show it to us and so that we can know about it and we can learn about these amazing people and their struggles?
I'm happy to know that it's had impact, these are people, I think these 2 people are never going to get a second biography. And I wrote with the knowledge, I was very aware of that. I have to get it right because, the people to interview are not here anymore. The material, especially in Candy's case, the material is gone.
Yeah.
And so I have to get it right, and I'm glad it's had impact. I want people to know about Candy and about David.
Yeah.
And about Hugh.
Yeah, and about Peter Hujar.
And about Peter Hujar, yes.
So we're just so honored that we get to thank you and honor you for your work.